Hey guys, what's going on? Rampage Tech here. We're gonna make another video right quick to kind of show you the nice little features that Microsoft put in on Windows 10. Now I'll copy and paste straight directly into command prompt. If I can get command prompt open, you can, instead of having to type like you used to in older versions of Windows or doing some special key combination, you can take a command like say this here, and where you'd have to type it all out, you could just copy and then hit your right mouse button, and it would carry directly over into the command prompt, which will then, once you hit, boom, done. Of course, you have to have you don't need an elevated command prompt that works all the time for that one. The second nice little feature that they added into this would be the ability to actually install Windows like what normally you'd have to shut down your machine, pop in your installation media for whatever version of Windows you're installing. Well, this is not the case. So what you can do now is, I have Windows 10 ESD files here, and what you do is, to acquire those files, what you need to do is if you have a copy of Windows, like a CD or something. Oh, I already copied. You need to pull the WIM file out of the sources folder on the installer, or in the on the Windows installation CD. And to force install, or to install Windows with CMD, you need a command window with admin, right? So just go to your start menu, type in command, right click, and run as administrator. The screen's gonna go black for a second, and then poof, you put in your command. In this case, this here, I don't have anything there, so it's just gonna fail and error out. Yep. But if you have to point this to where you have your install.wim at, as well as the name. The third cool thing that you can do with Windows 10 now is you can now install Bash. And for any of y'all familiar with Linux, y'all already know Bash is from Ubuntu. Well, cool thing is now it's been brought over to Windows. So what you do is you go to Open Settings here, or you open your Settings app however you like. It'll take a little while, and then you're going to go to Update and Security, because you actually got to enable this feature first for developers. And it's going to say developer mode. Now, for some reason, my version of Windows is kind of weird, so a lot of this errors out. I don't know why. But as you can scroll down and you can see the changes and all this other cool stuff. But we don't need any of this right now. What you then do is, after you've enabled your developer options, you go to uninstall or change a program, like you're going to uninstall a program from Windows. Turn Windows features on and off. It takes a little while to load the list. And what we're looking for is Windows Subsystems for Linux Beta. Now, whenever you enable this, it's going to require you to reboot your computer, because what it's doing is installing Ubuntu's shell over top of Windows, I believe. And that will give you access to Bash. Now, mind you, this is in beta, so if it does bug out, it's in beta. No, don't expect it to work 100% of the time, as of yet. The fourth cool thing that, kind of helps with Windows now is the ability to actually be able to make your own personal hotspot. Now, the way you do this is you just go back into your settings app, go to network and internet, and on the side here you'll see mobile hotspot. And it's going to ask you, where do you want to share your internet connection from? Now you have to have an internet connection with, or you have to have a Wi-Fi adapter in your machine to do this, such as a laptop or a desktop with a wireless card. And you can change your network password, remote, or your network name. You could also turn it on and off remotely with Bluetooth devices if they're paired to your machine, if your machine runs Bluetooth. And you can, if you're, say for instance, at a LAN party and you want to play a game with your friends and not bother the internet, or you don't have internet, you can just turn this on and bam, you have connection to each other. Now, the coolest one on this list, and this is the last one here, I wanted to save this one for last, this one was awesome, is what you need to do is you need to open up and you need to go to just a random folder on your OS installed drive. Like if you have a multiple drive, your C drive is typically going to be the folder you need to be at. And what you're going to do is you're going to create a new folder, and you're going to rename this folder. I'm going to have the name of this folder, or the name that you need to name it in the description here. But what you do is you rename the folder, and Control V, enter, and you could see that the icon changed. So what you do is, if you create a new folder, normally, well, if you create a new folder, it's just going to show up blank. But with when you create the other folder, or whenever you create it with that name, it gives you the folder called God Mode. And what God Mode does is it allows you to change really high-end, really advanced settings for Windows 10. For Windows 10, it gives you a lot of these you would have to dig through the command, or dig through to find. Well, it puts everything in a nice organized spot for you to check out, and this is great for usability and diagnostic purposes. And you can go in and say for instance you want to view the event log. Well, it's right there instead of having to run through every other place on the planet on your hard drive to try and find it, which actually saves a lot of time. And as you can see, boom, event viewer's right there. So that's been 5 things I like that I found in Windows 10, and a lot of this was either told to me by a friend or I found accidentally on my own, like the right-clicking in command prompt. I didn't even know that existed until I was just messing around and I right-clicked in command prompt with something copied and it just carried over. And ever since then, I've been using it. So, hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to leave an outro on this one. Also, I hope you enjoyed the new way I edited this video. Hopefully it looks good on at the end of this. And catch y'all next time. Peace.